The next one is Gregory Shepard. Subject: do podcasts need disclaimer? Hey, Conan, Disco, and JoJo. This is an interesting email, by the way. Okay. After the past few weeks on Twitter, I've noticed a lot of Jim Cornette fans trolling Joey Ryan, Vince Russo fans trolling Cody Rhodes, and now we've got Disco Inferno fans trolling Mia Yim and other female wrestlers.
Did you know about this?
Yes, I know about. But this
what?
Guy's. I'll explain this after I finish the email. Yes. Wrestlers on social media probably need thicker skin. But do you think at this point wrestling podcasts need to come with a disclaimer that podcasts are meant for entertainment purposes only, and marks need not go on Twitter and fight their heroes' battles for them? Although I do find it mind-numbingly insane that Cornette marks will log on to Twitter and troll people like Joey Ryan, who has made more money in wrestling than those inbreds have made their entire lives while living in their parents' basement. They do in fact think they're parroting Jim Cornette's opinions is actually going to curry them favor from a retired wrestling community. I don't know. Maybe KG needs to come back and give PMA classes to wrestling podcast fans. Keep on being the flagship podcast of the world. Greg in East Providence. P.S. What does it take to get on the shout-out list? You got to be a Patreon member for one thing to be on the shout-out list, right? Right, Conan?
Well, not everybody has to be a Patreon member, but that does help. And another thing is, where did he say he's from?
East Providence.
Where is that? Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was excellent.
Okay, so here's the thing. If this guy's trying to extrapolate and think that there's this massive audience of fans that are trolling these guys, it's not true. I was on Vince's show, okay, and I actually did do. When I posted that Twitter spot where it showed the two girls had climbed on the top rope and did it, and the girl pile driver herself almost broke her neck, right? And I posted when the girls try to play like the boys, try to do stuff that dangerous stuff, which they obviously couldn't execute, and they almost broke their neck. So Mia Yim comment on that.
Did you know her?
I never know. No, I didn't know her. I've never met her. She's an NXT chick, right? So she commented throwing shade on me, right?
What did she say?
Something just throwing shade. This disrespectful, whatever. I think, can you find that, Joe, while I'm talking about this? Try and find Mia Yim's Twitter and see what she commented. So then she went the next week, went in a ladder match and broke her face. All right? Really? Yeah, you just see the broke her nose. You got hit in the nose, bloody all over. Yeah, she's in a ladder match. Okay, and she got hurt. Okay, and I think she got hurt to the point she had to be taken out of the Survivor Series match, because if she broke her face in a ladder match and she's not in the Survivor Series, I'm assuming she probably has concussion symptoms, right?
Right.
So on Vince's show, I said, hey, anybody that's listening to the show, maybe you could tweet to Mia Yim and ask her if she would like to apologize for me for looking out for her health and something I was saying, because she got on me, right? So a couple people tweeted, hey, Mia Yim, are you going to apologize for the Disco Inferno for looking out for your health for you, And she answered back to the guy, well, I'm doing fine. I just thought it was funny that I'm sitting there pointing out that these girls are trying things that, because of their size and their strength and everything, there's a high risk of not doing it correct, right? And they're doing it, and they're getting hurt. And I'm just saying, just it's not sensible wrestling. Try and do these violent things, and it's like you can't defend yourself, So I just...
Can you not find the tweets, Joe?
No, I found an article on it, though. And
oh, you did? There's an article?
There's an article at the overtimer.com.
What does it say?
Why don't you read it?
So, clickbait headline: former WCW wrestler Glenn Gilberti makes another questionable tweet.
Okay, what's this place called?
The overtimer.com.
Overtimer.com.
So basically, this is just a couple marks that have a website, and they went through Twitter and they found a tweet that they could talk about.
So it says, earlier in the week, Glenn Gilberti created a stir when he made a peculiar tweet referencing a slip-up between B. Priestley and Mayu Iwatani during their World of Stardom match on November 4th. And then it shows your tweet. When the girls try to do the moves, the boys do. Despite the mistake, the match has been highly regarded by those who watched it outside of a short GIF. Mia Yim responded with her tweet, and it was apparently it was a picture. It said, "Horton, here's a bitch-ass liar." And that was her response to you. And
okay.
Eric Stevens.
Just think about the poetic justice in this as the events played out, right?
Yeah. And then this guy Eric Stevens, who I guess is a former wrestler. I don't know him, but I've seen him write a lot of things towards you. He responded, except those girls have been creating spots that have been copied by the boys for the last 30 years. If you had been 5% as good as Aja Kong, Akira Hokuto, Toyota, Satomura, etc., you wouldn't be regarded as the complete effing joke that you are. He's very, very impolite. But then, of course, Mia Yim did break her nose in that ladder match, and the Twitterverse did see that, if not poetic justice, at least somewhat ironic.
Did you already read that whole article? Did you already read the whole article?
No, but it's a lot of just. Do you want to hear some more? It's a lot of just.
So they're trying to throw shade on me. It's just fake news wrestling.
Curiously, Gilberti has made a habit of attacking women's place in wrestling over the past several years. In 2017, Gilberti drew fury over a tweet suggesting that men at wrestling shows should take pictures of women without their consent and send them to him for his podcast. The message is captured below in another tweet. If you're at an independent wrestling show and there's a hot girl in the audience, post a pic of her and I will shout you out on the podcast.
Yeah, because there's no hot-looking girls at wrestling shows, obviously. Basically, and so these idiots are extrapolating that as like I'm commanding my forces to go do stuff like this. Bro, this is the funniest thing about like this goes into the email the guy asked. Like, I don't have any control over people. I'm not inciting violence against anybody. I'm not like and my whole thing about women's wrestling stuff is like, girls, you're doing too much. You're gonna get hurt. Like they're doing stuff that they're getting hurt. And I'm like, just the more simplistic style would be more effective for these girls because they're like just.
Yeah, but I think what happens, women, when instead of putting, hey, doing stuff like that, you can't get hurt. You put, the girls trying to do what the guys do, and now we're in this whole thing where women are on par. So they find that insulting, and that's what you got to deal with. And then you got all these guys that they're backing them up. Yeah.
When you're comparing women to men, okay, you show me the very first, like this is just basic differences, and this is the difference between men's wrestling and women's wrestling. Same difference between men's basketball and women's basketball. In men's basketball, you have the dunk contest. Women's basketball, you don't because they can't dunk. There's just certain things that the guys can do differently than the women, and that's like their legs are stronger, they're more athletic, they can dive higher, and they can do they more acceleration when they're running and doing spots and dives and stuff. And it's just common simplistic sense. Right. And it's like anybody that wants to argue that with me, it's like that's all I'm saying. And I see the girls constantly trying to do these things, but they look slower, they look weaker, and they're doing all these moves the guys trying to do. I'm like, guys, well, why do those moves? That does not make sense. Do the moves that you do that look good, not the stuff that does not look good, that looks like you're having to struggle. That look like they're having to struggle to do moves just to not get hurt, and they're almost getting hurt anyway. That's what I see as a trained eye. The wrestling fans can't see this because they're marks. But you see it too, Cody. You see when these girls do some dumb shit out there, and you come back and you go, "Why did you do that?"
But when you tell them you can't do what the guys do, they take that very personally. Like, okay,
that's fine. Not? But I'm a heel, and I will always do that. So that's